think I remember to do everything. I think so, anyway. Anyway, let's play music. There's new liked songs in the playlist, everyone. Oh, my audio isn't on. That makes sense. Sound. There we go. Hello. I am doing okay, thank you. Oh, I need to turn off the stupid dark reader. Whenever a creature you control enters, attacks. Is this exalted? Because it gives +1/+1 until. Oh no, this is evolve. This is Fathom Sage. Fathom Mage. Whatever, it happens. Toxic Jaw, thank you for the tier 1. I thought she was a sage. Is that so wrong? Is this lifelink? Nope. Could be Menace. Yeah, it couldn't. It's 35 degrees over here. It's so hot. Are you European? Are you using Celsius right now? Because if you say no, I'm going to say you're a LARPer. Okay, good. I was about to say, oh, it's so hot outside. It's freezing. Oh my god, it's so hot. I would ban you from my chat room. Is this thing hexproof? Nope. Trample. It's trample. It's 35 gold America. Yes. 35 is very close to Celsius 0. What are you eating? Nori. Seaweed things. Anyway, this thing is trample. Whenever can't. Don't trigger. But then what's this word? I think it's a creature. Yes, it's a creature. Give me an A. Trample. Whenever. Creature. Anothe. So it's not another. Anywhere? No. Whenever this creature or another creature you control, ATTACK, no, ENTERS. Whenever this creature or another creature you control enters, look. Nope, not look. Yeah, whenever this creature or another creature you can... Oh, is this Thorn Mammoth? Whenever this creature or another creature enters under your... Yeah. This thing fights up to 1. This creature fights. Yeah, Thorn Mammoth's cool. Never heard of this card. It feels like I get it every single time I play Mystery Booster. All right, let's peep out Twitch. Okay. So, we have a makeup we have to do. A few, in fact. I'm going to start with one of those makeups today. Are you going to Amsterdam MagicCon? No, I'm not. I'd really like it if Moxfield worked. What do you think about his Derevi as a commander? Derevi is very strong. Elk, are you extra dark today? I guess. It's mostly just because I'm backlit right now from this. When the afternoon passes... holy shit, Moxfield, by the way. Okay, the deck does not load. That is an issue. Because it turns out if the deck doesn't load, I can't review it. A little fun fact for everyone. It might be private. Yeah. Nope, here it is. Weird. Weird. Okay. Okay. We got there. We got there, everyone. All right. I'm Rain. Big fan of your videos. And the podcast with Snail and Trinket. I've been playing Magic on and off since 2022, but really got into Commander this past year. This is my favorite deck, Olivia Opulent Outlaw, Treasure/Outlaw Matters deck. The deck can pop off hard at about half the time, but it struggles with getting off the ground early and actually closing out games. I'm thinking it needs more card draw and cheap ramp 2 mana rocks, but I'm not sure what to cut. I also really enjoy winning through combat with Outlaws, so I'd like to keep that playstyle if possible. I've also got an ad maybe board, so maybe my play group is fine with proxies, so I'm open to anything. I'm not a catch the stream live, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we're good. We're here. Are we arguing about the weather in my chat? I'm not about to have this place be like that. Peace and love. Arguing about the weather, guys. Come on. Okay. There's just no shot this is what we're upset about. I think this is really funny. Bring it to DMs or something. This is not a public forum to argue about what is hot or not. Charred Grave Robber. I like the Black Bloom Rogue. 36 lands is too low. I don't know why the whole lands wasn't loading. Aggressive small talk. That's so cool. So our threats are pretty cheap, and that typically makes you want to wane off of Path and Swords. And we're going to go Thraben Charm. Listen, Helios, I'm glad that you're upset and passionate, but keep it out of my fucking chat room, please. This goes for both of you. Do they have a budget I forget? No, they do not. Okay, Phyrexian Arena is a little questionable to me, especially since we have so many combat-based rewards, and it sounds like combat is what this person really enjoys. I would like to replace her Ruinous Ultimatum as well. Feed the Swarm and Martyr is a little bit of a war crime. Okay, we're just running Blood Bond for the fun of it. That's just cool. Really not a fan of the Procession. I know it doubles your treasures, but so does Zorn, and Zorn's a body that hits people with Facebreaker in play. I want to pop my ult about the reward, isn't there? Yes, we have a lot of makeups today, so I'm not going to be doing the free deck review today, but it will be back once the makeups are all backlogged out, because you don't want to be deck review number 9. You do not. How to earn a deck review? Yeah, so you can watch for long enough to get 45k channel points. There's people who here have gotten multiple free deck reviews off of that. But also, you can go through the coffee as well and get one through there. I'm a little bit dubious about the Academy Manufacturer. The Academy Manufacturer, okay, Manufacturer is a very strong card. It turns treasure generation into clues and like just insane artifact counts is what Academy Manufacturer gives you. We are not an artifact deck. Please, please, I'm begging you to stop. I'm going to be no, not mod you. I'm going to time you both out for 10 minutes, and you don't just sit in the corner. Like, we're done. We're not doing this. We are not doing this. You're arguing about the weather. You're fucking modded, dude. Get out of here. You know, we don't care. Peace and love. Peace and love. I agree. I agree. Let's keep it done. Sorry, I have to reply to work DMs. Isn't that crazy? Oh, you've modded people for less, to be fair. I know, I know. Okay, I like the blood tribute. I feel like I see Bulls the Citadel way too often. It's fun. Whatever. I get the storm off at the top of my library. That's cool. That makes me smile. Actually, we can keep... It's tough, because I like using it as a 3-mana rock, and to me, Olivia's not really conducive to being 3-mana rocked into play, because she's 4 mana. Right, whenever one or more outlaws you control do combat damage to a player, create a treasure token. So in my mind, what I read this as is I want to go outlaw, 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 Olivia, and then I swing with my outlaws. And ideally the outlaws are evasive in some way. Is outlaw? That's not nothing, but it's definitely medium. Surveil 1. Nurturing Pixie could be something. Menace, that's an evasive word, and then this is also removal. Bitter Bloom Bearer. Makes only normal fairies, though. Doesn't make fairy rogues, which is definitely not my favorite. Pirate that makes more pirates. That's kind of interesting. The pirate token has Menace. I could buy that. Because you go turn 2 that thing, and then attack on turn 3, make a Menace token, and then next turn you have Olivia, and you haven't gone down a card. That's kind of fun. It's just a monkey here. He's not a monkey pirate yet. I do like Freebooter. I don't like scheming Silver Tongue if we don't have a consistent way to gain life. Defacing Dust Mage I do not know, and I will look it up after this though. How did the music stream go last night? It went so fucking well. We had like, it was the middle of the night and we still had like anywhere from 50 to 60 average viewers throughout the entire night. I think we peaked at 70 viewers. Both have lifelink. Okay, I'm willing to buy that the lifelink, the blood sign and blood creature is good. I would have suggested so much dog shit music. You would have gotten one dog shit song. Everyone gets one. Oh my god, please add Brina. You're probably right for that. You're probably right for that. Darkstar Auger's a 4-drop, sadly. I mean, maybe it's still worth. Mozio's interesting, because lifelink, and then you get life, and then you bring back an outlaw. That's, like, something to think about. I don't know. I'm typically not a big fan of those reanimate style effects, though, and these, like, tiny little creature decks. I feel so often they're just dead, and they don't really do anything. I got scared away from the music stream last night from string music. I guess so. Oh, actually, aggravated assault. Created treasure token. Aggravated assault, and then you have Zorn. And so you can make infinite combats if you really wanted to. That's fine, I think. It's kind of hard to do. Let's get Mizium Mortars. And Winds of Abandon. So Mizium Mortars, you can overload it, destroy all their chump blockers, get in with your outlaws. Winds of Abandon, you can overload it, get rid of all their chump blockers, and kill them with your outlaws. Like, and then in the early game, they're just single target removal. So, pretty fucking good. We still need more lands, that's right. I'm going to cut all the big score and windfalls and stuff, and we're going to go T:land is MDFC sort mana value, or sure, sort mana value went up. So Malachir Rebirth, which is pretty fine. It is just kind of pricey, but it's probably worth it. Kabira's takedown's really good. Sejiri Shelter is a protection spell too. And then we can probably round it up with a Sundering Eruption. Get in with your attackers, right? Things become unblockable that turn. Maybe a Felder Profane. What about Mayhem Devil and Bonus Hunger? I could see the vision for those cards. Probably Tarian, Swiftfoot, Trailblazers, Bloots. I don't know if I don't like most of these things. For me, it's just like, if Olivia gets blown up, great. Recast her with the 5,000 treasure tokens you have. Am I dumb? But I notice you go to 39 or 40 in most decks. I know it depends on curves and stuff, but you tend to be average than the other content creators. So notice that we have 32 actual lands and then 40 MDCs. I literally think you have zero excuse to not be at 39 or 40 with how many fucking MDFCs we have now. And this includes stuff like Bushwhack and stuff. Like, it's literally just like, there's no excuse for it anymore. I will not be coddling anyone. You need to start at 40, and if you feel like you get flooded, then maybe tone it back to like 38. But I would, there's very few exceptions to 40. Anyway, I do like the idea of Mayhem Devil. I think personally, maybe it's a tad overdone. It is hard to dispute the interesting like play pattern of Bonus Hunger though, because you can do Bonus Hunger, you can do Make an Example, and then suddenly you have a compounding effect here where you have 2 sack-based board wipes now, and then you jam the Mayhem Devil, which is pretty good. Queen Marchesa can be good for making outlaw tokens. She's just 4 mana, which kind of conflicts with the commander. That's my worry. I don't know if I'm really feeling the pursuit here. Okay, we have 2 more slots to play with here. We could do something like a Kalane. Human Elf Bard. I do just find her very fun. She might not be correct here. Kalena's a girl? Yeah. I think she is. That is one busty man, if that is if that's a guy. Okay. Is there another professional facebreaker? Am I going crazy? I thought there was another effect like this that, like, if creature connect, explode them. Explode with treasures and value. I know there's Grim Servant. That's not the one I'm thinking of. Knuckles. Knuckles is often a step beyond what most people are expecting for Universes Beyond stuff. $16? Like, I don't know. It's not that good, right? Yeah, the Gold Wanker's already here, pal. You're late to the party. Party Thrasher, Reaver Cleaver. Reaver Cleaver's already in. Party Thrasher. I mean... I just don't see the vision here. I'm sorry. What's interesting about Party Thrasher? It's not an outlaw. It doesn't make treasure. It just discards stuff. Like... Wizard isn't an outlaw. Warlock is. Rev Tithe Extractor. Yeah, I'm not gonna just like start jamming $40 cards or anything. Yeah, Shadow's also 4 mana, which is where our commander is, which is like kind of mid. I don't think MDFCs are that good. I think you are. Are you joking? Hmm. What do you think about Witch Knight's Conquest? You hit everyone. You make a bunch of treasures. You sack the treasures. And bring back everything that got wiped. Okay, I do like lock. Does make some pretty good treasure. Chat, what card in this deck would you pay 2 extra mana for? Like, Bolas' Citadel's pretty good. Aggravated Assault. You can ideally tutor for your Revel Enrichers. Like, I think if the combo happens, great. I think this is not a combo deck. I think just drawing a ton of tutors in your creature aggro deck is actually a very bad thing. Because I'd rather have just drawn more outlaws that game. Let's get some more evasive outlaws going on. Lifelink Menace. The Sunset Saboteur. He's fine. He's not evasive, which is my main concern. This is keepable. Okay, if we shock in Sundering Eruption, Soul Ring. Nope, we can't do that actually. Okay, Shaziri Shelter it is. Okay, next turn. Oh, we can cast Soul Ring, why not? Next turn. Alright, Sundering Eruption. Turn over. 1, 2. We have white-black floating. 1. Bruna. Next turn. Get a plains. Kabir, take down your creature. Swing, swing, swing. 2 counters here. Add token, treasure, treasure, treasure. Draw a card. Look at these nice, cute, evasive outlaws we added. Museum Mortars. Blow up all your creatures. Whoa, mama. I think here, honestly, you just pass. And that's because if you get blown out... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Mayhem Devil. Lich Knight's Conquest. And you're back in the game. I wish you had blue for curiosity effects. So on one hand, we do have curiosity effects a little bit, insofar as there's like Gaunty and Gix and stuff, but they are symmetrical. There's Elegy Acolyte. Whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, you draw a card and lose a life. It's not an outlaw, but it like has to be better than Asterion, who's just kind of sitting here. Holy shit, $108. I mean, already this deck's just feeling so much better because you have like an actual curve going on. I wouldn't keep this hand, even though it has like lands and stuff. We don't have enough to like of a curve. Same thing with this one, honestly. I mean, you kind of have to keep it now, but I'm not happy about it. Honestly, maybe you play the Death Touch creature. Oh wait, no, she already has Death Touch. Have Death Touch. She herself is an assassin. Okay, great. Swing, add token, make a treasure. Babu. Zorn. Swing with Mary. Swing with Olivia. Oh, you want to block now. Sure. Sejuri Shelter. Still make 2 treasure tokens. Next turn. And then it's here where you go dink 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Winds of Abandon overloaded. Swing. Make 4 treasures. I don't think I really like your play that much. And then you even interrupted them. And then this turn, you're making 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 treasure. Anyway. Hey, 6, 7. And then you get to boast here and I mean, this is feeling pretty good. I don't want to include too many non-outlaws, but Goldspan is, if you think about it, an outlaw. I don't know. I just don't think Goldspan fits the mold of the deck that well. We're only running Ancient Copper because it's funny. He could probably replace Copper Dragon. No, he can't. Goldspan is less funny than Ancient Copper Dragon. That's just the law. Salty, they keep bringing a deck review for next week. If you control another non-token pirate, you know, reading is not one of my stronger strengths. This should be is outlaw. I mean, you could just do Bitter Blossom. Since when, dog? This shit sucks. I mean, it's still pretty good here. Not keep the Oops All Land hand. I would keep this one, though. Killian. Ta-da, and just like that, we are off to the races. Double menace creatures, which are unblockable. I don't know if you ever played against them before, but that is the truth. 2 treasure tokens here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Guess who has the city's blessing? This guy. Guess who has half as many creatures as they once had? You. Marsh Flats. Winds. So 1, 1, 2, 3. Revel in Riches. And then you win on your next turn? I don't know. It feels pretty good. Like, Winds and Mizzium Mortars are so dumb in this kind of deck. And people just don't play them. Anyway, I think this is good to go. In all honesty. Wins is a card where I feel like if you don't win the turn you cast or the turn after that, I feel like you just lose the guy with 15 lands. Well, great news. We won on the turn after. I don't know. It's literally like Cyclonic Rift is one of those cards where I think you just lose to the guy who has 500 cards in the hand if you don't win the game that turn. I don't know. It's a single target removal spell. Then, if you can win the game that turn or the turn after, you can path to exile all their creatures. I think anyone skeptical of this card is just not. It's a self-report. It's very strong. Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you that mana is stronger, but I'm saying that it's broken. It's stupid. And it deserves your respect. Anyway, this one's gonna go. I'm set. Thank you so much, Rain. Also, thank you for being a makeup, and etc. Okay, do we have Kaiju? Kaiju Chameleon. Your boy's here. Okay, great. Nickel Bolas. I don't know why my Moxfield's been doing this today, just like cutting shit off. Okay. I have a few games with it under my belt on MTGO, and the game plan is to use Go to keep opponents busy while I uptick one of my 3 Bolas Walkers. And if that fails, mass exile game plan with Umbris, the Ulamogs, and trying to copy Tasha's Hideous Laughter in order to do a pseudo mill strat. Any card is fine, but I am playing this on Magic the Gathering online, so try to avoid sets that are unavailable there. This deck is trying to do 3 really bad things at once and failing miserably. Goad, Super Friends, and Umbrous Exile with no mill do not play well together. This deck feels like it belongs in bracket 2, but it feels too toxic there. It needs consistency of the Citadel and the tutors to even do its thing. Okay. So we can really make this deck a lot better. I have not already duplicated this. Let's duplicate it. It's telling you to cut lands. That's so cool. So, dude, why is this happening? Moxfield, come on, get your shit together. Moxfield, please. There we go. Okay, I think of all your 3 themes, we're gonna cut the Ashiok's and stuff. And like Umbrous. Umbrous can stay. That Ashiok just sucks though. I like the Mogs. Okay, I'm gonna argue that the Goat auras are also kind of middling at best. Dude, Moxfield is on some crazy shit today. I have no idea what's happening over there. Okay, that has a Bulls theme. We can't quite cut that one. It's so fine. It's okay. Okay. What I'm doing right now, by the way, is I'm just cutting cards that I feel like are just fine. Okay, let's try refreshing. Okay, great. So we have 10 slots to play with because of the cuts we just made. I would really like to mention that one of the best ways to exile from opponents is actually theft cards. So let's say you have a theft, like a mass exile team. Why are we not on like Dream Harvest as a card that like exiles? Okay, I hit 5 mana value worth of things. Those go into play for me. So it's just like, it's super good, and it exiles, and it's a blue card for Commandeer, and it's keep stacking modifiers onto why this thing's insane for you. Isn't there also Flotsam Jetsam sadly green? Exile card top until. Doughty Voidwalker is an idea. I want more things that like exile from the top of opponents' libraries though. Outrageous Robbery. I think that one's like not correct. If it's not exiling at least 5 cards from each player, I'm not interested. Tosh the City's Laughter, that's already in the deck. And even that's not that good. Should probably do Opal. No, there's some that are like each player, though.
Exiles until they exile a non-land card with rebound. Yeah, Fevered Suspicion's probably correct. And I want to give you more mana acceleration because these are expensive cards, but I think if you just get there fast enough, you can do it. Each player exiles the cards in the top of their library until they exile a non-land card. Cunning Rhetoric. Cunning Rhetoric only works on people who attack you. I don't know if I believe in the Elder Spell. I think Planeswalkers are very rare. Alright, let's add Thrumming Bird. I hit you, I proliferate. What's the Urbrask? Oh, the new Urbrask got exiles one card per turn rotation. Like, no. I'm fine, thank you. That's not quite good enough for getting my Ulamog big and fat. You need a Reno Glory. You know what would also be awesome is God Pharaoh's Gift. So God Pharaoh's Gift is where are you? There you go. So it's a Nicol Bolas themed card. Think about it, right? It's God Pharaoh. That's Nikki B. But also, it works with the Ulamogs. If you have this Ulamog in your graveyard and you exile it with God Pharaoh's Gift, it turns into a 14/14 Annihilator 10. Oblivion Sower, I guess. That removes cards from exile, which makes Umbris pretty sad. I would like to add Fear of Missing Out. Delirium. Demonic Council. This is Demonic Tutor if you have Delirium. But if you don't have Delirium, it gets Cardor Doomscourge, which is insane. Jaxus lets you discard cards to get Delirium. Also lets you make token copies of Cardor every turn, so no one can attack you or your Planeswalkers. And then I'm gonna hit you with the Splinter Twin. Splinter Twin can also flicker Cardor every turn, and that's really annoying. I think I'm going to add Thran Dynamo because you're kind of mana hungry. Astral Cornucopia. And it's about right now that I wish I could see the lands. Okay, great. Because we're going to cut an island and we're going to add Tolaria West, which can tutor for Astral Cornucopia. And we might make this into more of a proliferate deck, but we'll have to see. Xander's Lounge, next turn. Blood Crypt, Soul Ring, Thrumming Bird. Polluted Delta. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thran Dynamo. Attack you. Polluted Delta, get a Surveil land. Is Breach a Nombo here? No, why would it be a Nombo? We just don't respect Surveil lands. We hate Surveil lands. I mean, that's a little depressing, but that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Dream Harvest. They exile a bunch of cards, yeah. I kind of want to add Vronos. I'm curious about proliferation here. Because they'd have ripples and stuff. The Blue Chancellor? I guess, yeah. Oh, by the way, Splinter Twin's really good with the Commander, where this just makes each opponent discard a card every turn. I didn't even think about that. I think Deep Glow Skate is a little too mana intensive. Crux of Fate, right? Yep. Damnation out. Just because I think Crux and Blasphemous Edict are probably better. Alright, we'll try this out. Draw. Luxury Suite. Soul Ring. Next turn. Fetch Watery Grave. Dark Ritual. Access to Astral Cornucopia. Fear of missing out. Discard this. Draw a card. Next turn. Swamp. 1, 2, 3, 4. Commander. Attack with FOMO. Attack with FOMO. Dink. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we could flip Nicol Bolas right now. I think you attack with it twice first, and then you go Dream Harvest. And then you have some boards of like, you have a board full of shit that you just stole. And then this turn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You flip Nicol Bolas. Keep in mind we have a wider board here. Draw 2 cards. And you tap Not Like a Moron. So that we can go Mystical Tutor. Do I need to sub to a premium Patreon tier to have you look at a deck? Just read the description of the YouTube stream. All the info you'll need is there. Let's get Experimental Augury. Do you have a queue? It's for next week. If you get it, if you buy a deck review from the description, it'll be for next week's stream. How do you feel about 11, the Covetous, or Evelyn? That's fine. Okay, here's an ulting Nicol Bolas. I think we're a little lost in the exile opponent stuff zone when we really, I mean really, should be focusing on how dog shit planeswalkers are and really kind of locking in that theme a little more. Because I do think the Nicol Bolas theme is a little bit more interesting, a little bit more of the core of the deck, and also the goading theme is also that. So ideally, we hone in on making the deck less bad in those respects with the plans that can actually kind of work out instead of chasing the Umbrus theme where we would have built an Umbrus deck if we really wanted to do that as the main thing. I think that's the vibe I currently am coming at this with. Okay, I think Go-Go's a lot. I think honestly Ashiok can go as well. Rings, I'm a little curious about. I don't know. Yeah, and that's a beautiful thought to have. However, getting to that position is insane. Like, if you are minus 12ing this, you have won the game. So what the fuck is Umbrus doing in that situation? Because that player loses soon. All right, we have 3 slots. How do we make planeswalkers less bad? Dude, you want to know? Or like Fog Bank, whatever it's called. Legitimately shutting off 1 attacker per turn? Ichor Moon Gauntlet. Okay. So I asked how we made Planeswalkers good, and you're like, oh, here's a card that doesn't work unless you're already winning. Guard Gamoza. This is 3 mana. It's probably still fine. Proliferation engines? Yeah, we've added a couple so far. Maybe jam a Dream Tried Whale on here. Oh, by the way, this isn't a land. Six mana, Bolas' Citadel, land for turn, Tezzeret's Gambit. Counter your artifact destruction. Nicol Bolas Dragon God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Doink. Then you Blasphemous Edict. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you Contagious Plan. Okay.
We have a swan song on top of our library, which is very valuable. The board is currently clear. Do we want more creatures to have as blockers, or are we looking to prevent attacks outright? Well, we did just Blasphemous Edict this turn, so I'm not really concerned about our planeswalkers getting attacked. I think let's draw 2 here. Okay, Disrupt Decorum. It's on top of our library. You know what? Let's just draw another 2 cards. There's nothing wrong with drawing cards, everyone. All right. I guess just pay 8 life to do Fevered Suspicion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you do it again on this turn. And I guess you expansion it. Land for turn. 1, 2. Or 1, 2. Ripples of Potential. Arena of Glory on top. We can crack our fetch land. I meant more in a general sense. That's, you know, I don't know, maybe. Okay, so. How do we get one more loyalty counter on this thing? I'm losing my mind. Okay, Urborg's on top of our library. We plus this to draw 2 cards. Red. Blasphemous Act. Blow up the board again. Honestly, let's just Dream Harvest. Draw 2 cards. Hooray. You kill someone. Anyway, yeah, Cornucopia is broken. I'm already kind of feeling better about this deck already. With all the proliferation and stuff. Oh, this only copies mana value 4 or less. Yeah, that's a little bit mid. Plus Niv Mizzet in a Nicol Bolas stack. This is sacrilege. Yeah, I was about to like, yeah, let's Everflow. Awesome deck. I mean, here you can Talair West for... Nice. Turn 5, we've done nothing but play mana. Nope, we need another black. There we go. Vronos. Tezzeret's Gambit. Land. Everflow. Cardor. I think that could stay on top. 1, 2. Get ready for this one, chat. A -7 Vronos on Bolas' Citadel. It's now a 9/9 construct. Sure, we can hour of dev. I played a land sometime during this turn when I shouldn't have. I mean, I don't know about you, chat, but I'm. This game looked like it was starting off really bad, and then now we're just like. Like, this feels pretty fucking good. We're talking about Aetheric Amplifier. Isn't this card just like awful? It's fine. You know what? It's okay. I would not cut Thran Dynamo for it. I think if you're ever cutting Thran Dynamo for that card, you're not well. But like, it's probably better than the sorcery that exiles target creature and then puts 2 loyalty counters on a thing you control. It's like, I get it's on theme, but dog. The only issue with the Ulamogs is there is no way to discard them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fevered Suspicion. They exile until they hit a non-land. And then we do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Dream Harvest. So in hindsight now, I wish I got Arena of Glory, but... we have 9 mana. We got a little mana flooded here. I think I'm going to cut Maze of Ith. There's not a single second I had it in any of these games where I'm like, oh, I wish I had Maze of Ith. Where are you? You worm. Crucible the Spirit Dragon to go get... Yeah, great. Cast dragon spells. What dragon spells do we have? Nicol Bolas, Furkrog. You can really get a lot of use out of that. I guess it lets you flip this quicker. It's just such nothing. Nice. I'm really glad I got to go to second basic there. Shoutouts Moxfield, being an awesome website. Let's do Raw Cost Theater and Undercity Sewers. You need a couple surveils in my opinion. All right. But that goes against the goad. What goes against the goad? My Silent Arbiter, I see. Honestly, I'm just grabbing Astral Cornucopia.
Honestly, let's cast Furcrag with haste. Oh, yeah. It already has haste. Great. I can see how this can feel a little clunky. Okay. I mean, I'm struggling to think about another like pivot we can kind of do here. I've gotten to a point where like I could see this winning games, especially when you draw the Bolas to Citadel. Because unless we start doing some like evil ass Displacer Kit and stuff, I do not know if we're gonna get this deck all that much stronger. Because there is something to be said about like planeswalkers that have abilities that draw you cards, and then cheap non-creature heavy deck and Displacer Kitten. But I don't know if that's the route we necessarily want to go down. I think that could be okay. All right, I'm willing to explore this line. If you add Displacer Kitten, you need to add Coveted Jewel. That's just the rules. Could Displacer Kitten be a game changer? It's not impossible. I don't know. Ultimately, I just don't like speculating about this stuff because it really, truly just does not matter. All right. Whoops. Mystical Tutor for Demonic Council. One, two, three. You control. Because missing our land drop here is really fucking bad. Okay, we can play Nicol Bolas. Okay, thank God we got there. Goes to someone else. We attack them. We get it back. All right, this should keep Coveted Jewel safe for a turn. Plus we can discard down to hand size, which gets us Delirium. Which gets us Displacer Kitten. Choose up to 4 target cards in your graveyard. All right, which 2 are staying in my graveyard, chat? Go ahead, chat. Pick which 2 do you want me to put in my hand? You want me to put the tutors in my hand? Or you're choosing the tutors to stay in the yard? I see. Sure. Anyway, that flickers this. We draw 3. Whoops, don't tap that. Black, black, black. We'll have 2 black floating. We'll have 5 black floating. And then we can go red. Splinter Twin on Nicol Bolas the Ravager. Or on Displacer Kitten. And then we play Displacer again this turn. So we can get another Nicol Bolas. Okay, doesn't want to make a token copy, that's fine. Okay, that untaps this and we draw 3. Okay, now we get a little stupid because we get to go 1, 2, 3. Spark double Displacer Kitten. Black, black, black. Torment X is 0. Flicker this. Flicker Nicol Bolas. And then we draw 3. 1, 2, 3. X is 0, Astral Cornucopia. Draw 3. Blue, blue, blue. Dreamtide Whale. 1, 2. Mana Drain it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. Bolas the Citadel. Flicker this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. And by the way, every time we're doing this, we're also flickering our main Nicol Bolas and making our opponents go hellbent. We missed a land drop, yeah, so... Black, Blasphemous Edict. We're not floating a blue. Fuck. We tapped wrong. Oh, you know, you let the Displacer Kitten resolve. And then floating blue. Counterspell. I guess we counter our own Aetheric Amplifier. At this point, every opponent's hellbent. So yeah, that was kind of stupid. And then, of course, you have these lines as well where you have like a copy of Displacer Kitten and then you can start flickering Nicol Bolas Dragon God and using these abilities on the back of here. I think these are good to go. Really strong and broken and stupid. No, thank you for getting a deck review. Do we have Calico Kitty? Probably won't be able to attend the stream, so we'll just do it without them. The goal is to get our lands into the graveyard with discard our mill and then either return them all to hand or the battlefield, then use all that mana to cast big spells, or throw the lands for damage. Not looking for really any expensive cards or Spider-Man, no Field of the Dead or Landfall combos. Feels like the deck is too greedy and stomps casual games. Looking to add a few card draw spells and interaction while maintaining funny high land count. I love the funny Faithful Suiting art. Okay. Well, let's start with duplicating the deck. So whenever it enters or attacks, draw a card, then you may discard any number of land cards. So when you discard one of our land cards this way, it does twice that much damage to target creature. We have real Bobo as well. So we have Creeping Renaissance, but we don't have the other one, which is Paradise Lost. Please. There we go. Oh, it is in the deck. I'm just blind. Yeah, this one also returns all lands. Okay. Commit to memory. This is shuffle your graveyard. Yeah, that seems really bad for you. Pearl Lake Ancient? The fuck? Returns lands to our hand. Is there nothing better? There's no fucking world where this is correct, right? And before you say like Storm Cauldron, no, I'm not putting that in a deck. So trade routes I like. Hear me out. We get Muddle the Mixture for trade routes. I feel like we need a Zuran Orb. So you get Teleria West, which can tutor for 0 mana artifact. Something like a Zuran Orb. And now what you can do, sack all your lands after floating mana. Paradise Lost, put them all in your hand. Bobo, shoot people to death with your lands. And then we can run Invasion of Kaldheim, which flips into another Seismic Assault. All right, draw. Talking about a world where all is free. Drop the tortoise. Any second, we'll be able to see all the islands in our deck. Whatever, we'll just go through manually. Okay. So we just like non-negotiable need abundance. Like, I just don't think this is negotiable. I think World Shaper is too slow. I don't like the Brash Taunter middleman for our commander. There's the red-green basic land cycling deck. Yes, for sure we would, but I don't want to become an amulet deck. If we become an amulet combo deck, we kind of lose the fun discard stuff. I forgot the name of the fucking card and Scry falls down. So annoying. Gatherer. Graveyard land basic land cycling. That's syntax. Why? Advanced search. Rules text. Please show me the basic land cyclers. Treacherous terrain. Does damage equal to each opponent equal to the number of lands? Darn. I thought this was for land cards in your graveyard. I don't know why. We could run Cavalier. The abundance makes me want to run more wheel kind of cards. We could also just get a little silly with it and run Cultivator Colossus. Is Primeval Herald better than Tortoise? I don't think so. Tortoise Mills. What if we just traumatized ourselves? Draw. Yavimaya. Next turn. Simic Growth Chamber. Oh no, I have to discard to hand size. I've only got Reliquary Tower. Actually, let's get rid of Forest. Island 1, 2, 3. Slogurk the Overslime. Next turn. Yavimaya 1, 2. Aftermath Analyst. Mill 3, 1, 2, 3. There goes a land. We can put a counter on Slogurk. Next turn. Spire Garden. 1, 2, 3. Teleria West. Zurin Orb. Draw a card. Then discard any number of land cards. Twice that much damage to target creature. Whoa, mama. I think we keep Arena of Glory, but these three can go, deal 6 to something, play this as land drop for turn. Did we? Oh no, we did miss a land drop. We have a bounce land. Okay, Mountain. 1, 2, 3, 4. Activate Aftermath Analyst. And we should have got a bunch of counters here on Slogurk earlier. And here, if we didn't tap like a moron, we could also Pain for all Slogurk and shoot someone in the head for $1 billion. Draw. Okay. Here's a situation where if we had Seismic Assault, we would feel very good about ourselves. Is this just a flubs deck without flubs? No, I don't even know how you could even think that. Legitimately. So we have 13 lands in play. If we had Bobo, we would have $1 billion damage. But we don't, because we have this shitty Bobo. I don't know anything about auto-claim channel points, my friend. I don't know why I would know anything about that. So we have Traverse, which is really good because we're gonna get Delirium pretty often. We kind of mill and discard a bunch, and what that means is we can find Bobo a lot easier. But I'm also interested in. It's tough because I do want to get Seismic Assault more consistently. It's just like, Bobo's so hard because he's like 8 mana. World Soul's Rage. I mean, I guess, but I don't really want the lands in play. Let's do Sylvan Safekeeper. And then just do Splendid Wreck. Why am I an idiot? Let's get Mountain here. And then this turns Forest. No, traumatized. Come back to me. I didn't mean it. Oh no, Balagan recovery, come back. That's such a funny wombo. Actually, it's probably better to play Znarkand here. Deal 3 damage to each opponent. Next turn. Okay, that card is insane. We'll let that get exiled. 1, 2, 3, 4. Invasion of Kaldheim. These are in exile. We can play them for exile until the end of our next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Crack Misty. Breeding Pool. Training Center. Sorry, Training Center is in exile. We play Training Center, we exile Stomping Ground. Muddle the Mixture. Aftermath Analyst. To any other target. Like, say, a battle, for instance. And then we have Pirate the World Tree. Yeah, this turn we go crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So wait, we are going to exile 4 cards if we do this. So let's actually just cast this first. Bounce it back to hand. Exile top card of library. Rydia. Whenever a land enters, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. That sounds pretty fucking strong. So that's 10 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you go Sylvan Safekeeper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sylvan Safekeeper. We have perfectly 6 mana floating. These all come back and trigger Valakut Exploration. Like, this feels pretty good. So this is the dangerous thing about adding like Amulet of Vigor and stuff, is if we have Shifting Woodland here and Save and Capekeeper, the combo is no longer about Pyre. It's 100% about Aftermath analysting a bunch. Can you turn the music down a bit? Yeah, sure. So I mean, that game felt pretty good. Let's do Dryad Survival. Return a card from your graveyard to your hand that has flashbacks. So what you're able to do is traumatize yourself, and then if you mill over a good card in Dryad Survival, you can get it back. Are we not on any 3 of the Lotus Cobras? Same reason an Amulet? Yes, it would be an infinite combo, which I'm not too interested in. We already have Timeless Witness. Yeah, I do think Factor Fiction maybe is just a little too slow. Draw. Otawara. Hedron Crab. Next turn. Ketri, Triome, Miller sells for 3. I'm going to be putting the lands in the extra pile. No dual. No, we do have dual force. We just milled them. Okay, now we're talking. Target player mills 3 cards. Return all land cards from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. We're target player. We're about to mill a lot of cards. $24. So here's all the lands that are graveyard. Gonna play your losses too or not? So I want you to read cut your losses. Oh no, it is target player. I don't think so. Okay, so land. Oh, Simic Growth Chamber would have bounced one of these. Okay. So here's what's gonna happen. 5 mana. Flashback, Dryad's Revival. Return target card from your graveyard to your hand. Oh, what have I done? Oh, everything has to retrace too. Okay, we're fine. So discard land to play what happened to Sylvan Safekeeper? Is it down here? Yep. I thought Sylvan Safekeeper was in our graveyard. But I guess... Oh, no, he's here. I'm dumb. Okay, that's the retrace cast. And then we can also retrace... Aftermath Analyst. And then, good question of what we do next here. This feels like a good start. Maybe go red, red, red. Seismic Assault Retrace. Keep in mind, we have not spent this mana yet because we didn't end up flashing back anything. So what if we now went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8 mana floating. And then we sacked every single land to Sylvan Safekeeper. So these are now land cards at our graveyard, like these. And then with our 8 floating mana, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We go Timeless Witness from our graveyard. Timeless Witness. Then returns Paradise Lost. This is just flashback for 7. Okay, let's name land. For Creeping Resilient flashback. And all of these go back into our hand. So this is 33. This is 66 damage. Because we have Seismic Assault in play. Because we retraced it off 6. That was turn 6. 66 damage. It feels pretty good. I'm probably going to cut a Head Shredder. There's no game I've had so far where I'm like, I wish I had Head Shredder. If only I had Head Shredder. So what do we run instead of Head Shredder? That helps get us to that giant amount of lands in hand kind of situation. That really is the question of all time, isn't it? So, like, Storm Cauldron is definitely an option. I do think that is too annoying. I do think Storm Cauldron is a little annoying. And by little, I mean it's fucking super annoying. So, I'm going to say no to Storm Cauldron, although
It does help you get there. What if we ran Monument? Zero budget restrictions. So, Monument to Endurance plus Seismic Assault. Do we see the vision? Once per turn, you get to discard a land card and draw a new card to replace it. Hey, great news if you have abundance. You just get to do 1 billion damage every turn. Because you can discard a land card, make each opponent lose 3, 2, which is also not that bad. Yoink. So we'll draw 5 cards. Seven mana. So let's just spin the turn Timber Symbiosis. Top 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, mama! Pew, pew. Shoot this thing down. Famished World Sire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so top 24. Did we just de-ramp? Okay, no, we did ramp. Top 3. Land. These 2 go to graveyard. Discard, discard. Wait. This is a little bit silly. Okay, now it's really silly. Hang on. I really want to cast this. Sadly, I just don't think it's possible. Still, this feels like pretty good. Especially since you have Kessig kicking around too. Like, pretty good backup plan. What the fuck is this doing in my legs? Crazy. I activated like a sleeper agent for that song. That thing just keeps showing up in my likes. I've had it like... I think I removed it from my likes like a few months ago, and then it still keeps coming up. Anyway, this is still feeling pretty decent. And now you have Muddle for trade routes. I don't know. Overall, this is pretty good. I think I'm just going to drop this on your head. Okay, who do we have next? Do we have a fused deck today? Are you the bird deck, Fuse, or what deck are you? I don't think so. I'm broke. Oh, so you're baiting me. Terrible. I do not like Bag of Holding for that last deck. The lands going to the graveyard is so important. Absolutely not, dude. No, I do not like Bag of Holding. It's funny when you have a Bobo turn, I guess, and you like play it then, but like, ugh. Is it a May? God, I wish Scrifle wasn't so slow today. Scrifle just straight up isn't loading. That's awesome. I will be present at the stream, but I won't be there. I won't be able to be there from 12 to around 12:30. I'm eating dinner at that time. So do we have Al? All right, we're going to push this one to the back. I will probably be present at the stream, but I can't guarantee I'll be there. It's Memorial Day weekend, and my friends are terrible at planning in advance, so... Sounds good. Diane, hello. My deck's game plan is to repeatedly gain value by casting creatures with strong ETBs from the yard using Chainer's ability. There's a lot of discard sub-theme payoffs like Waste Not, Liliana's Caress, Painful Quandary, etc. The discard synergies form an alt-win con in the face of graveyard hate. This deck is my current go-to. I've never gotten bored with it, and constructing it was a pivotal moment of growth, in my growth as an EDH player. This deck made me realize that I am always the arch enemy in my pod regardless of the deck I choose to play. I prioritize resilience and flexibility to compensate for my greed and tendency to leave myself open in pursuit of victory. I have since come to embrace my role as my pod's dedicated arch enemy. This deck would not have existed without the pandemic. Oh my god, I need like the whole info dump lore on this. My group was very bored in 2021 and started using Xmage to flex our deck building skills. One of the members of the pod started coming up with deck building challenges. This involved restrictions of what color identity we could pick. Our pod started in college with a combination of fraternity brothers and roommates. Okay. No restrictions on what can be added. I have a few cards that must stay in the deck. Waste Not, Bone Miser, Cardor, Naheb, and the Discard Synergy sub-theme. I haven't touched the deck list in a meaningful way since the ban of Dockside Extortionist, which is why the curve is probably more top-heavy than it should be. When the ban happened, I just swapped it with the basic mountain with the intent to revise the deck later, but with the constant release of new cards, I haven't kept up. Okay. The final list should be bracket 3 while being fun enough to play in bracket 4. Alright, well anyway, 34 lands is fucking awful. I was a bit drunk when I wrote it. That's so cool. I do not believe in milling. Incremental mill with reanimator is just not the method, I think. Seems a bit slow. Seems a bit slow, especially with the 4-mana commander. Seems a bit slow, especially with the 4-mana commander. It's a little slow. I can see the appeal of Burnished Heart specifically, where you go like Burnished Heart, sack it, Burnished Heart, sack it, Burnished Heart, sack it, Burnished Heart, sack it, by discarding a card every time, but I think it's too slow. Guilt Feeder is interesting. I do think there's better options than this. So Flare doesn't work, I hope you know. Like, it doesn't work with Chainer. Because Flare is like, yo, did you enter from the graveyard? And Chainer is discard a card, and then you play it onto the stack. And then it goes into play, which is not the same thing, sadly. Okay. Hear me out. We cut Skull Clamp and Soul Ring. Our mana value now ends at 2.
Oh, Scryfall, why? I fixed it already. I fixed it before you were even typing. Never doubt me again. Nice. I'm great. Okay, I'm going to guess the name of the card. Blood Braid Marauder. Yeah, I get it. I get it. What is the name of this card? It is Blood Braid Marauder. I just misspelled it. Okay, great. Save and continue editing. Can't block. It's a 3/1. It has Delirium. It gives it Cascade if it has Delirium. So. Hear me out. We go more card types and stuff. So this gets Delirium more often. So you can spin it into Wheel of Fate more often. Do you work now? It's okay. I have Scryfall open on my other window, and hopefully while that loads, we can think about more stuff to add. Because I don't think we should have Profane Tutor if we're going to do this. It's fine. I'm just a little concerned about it. Yeah, Scryfall's been utterly shitting the bed recently. It's been horrible. You can do Alchemist Greeting. Timeout. Error 404. Okay, Scryfall's gone. So let's do Alchemist Greeting. Yeah, Delirium Tutor is Demonic Council. One, I would like a demon or two if we're gonna add Demonic Console, just because like it needs to work. What is the name of this card? Chat, what is the name of this card? It's not Demonic Council. It's something else. Council? Who spells it like that? That's annoying as shit. Terrible. Okay, do we already have a demon in the deck? Okay, we have a demon. It's a really bad demon. Okay, this demon's good. That demon's good. All right, we're good. We already have the demons. We could do a Living End. To be fair, though, Living End is definitely not a card you want to be a surprise. That's very bad for you when Living End is a surprise. But this does feel like a deck that could use it very well. Bajuka Bog and Bogart Trawler, which break the parity of Living End. Might as well run Living Death, too. Bringer the Last Gift is also a demon. It's also 8 mana, which I'm not really too keen on running. Or Nash Barons instead of that. We could also do some Glimpse of Tomorrow shit. Which sounds bad. Okay, let's add Sundering Eruption. Fell the Profane. Hagra Mauling. And 39 is probably enough stuff there. Honestly, hear me out. We do Villas. Reanimate. Phyrexian. Delver. Final Parting. Grim Servant and Tomb. Oh, we can't use Reanimate, you're right. Yeah. That is a touch annoying. And we can't Entomb either, but we can Buried Alive. Okay, Buried Alive works, though, because what you can do is Buried Alive, Delver, Villas, something else, chain or discard, cast Delver. That works. Animate Dead can work instead. Guys, I think you are failing to grasp how Villas works here. Reanimate and Delver are the methods. Okay, well, this also makes Grim Servant a lot worse, so we're going to take Grim Servant out as well. What else can we run here? You could run, like, Valgavoth. And then do Animate Dead, sure. Because Valgavoth, at the end of the day, is a discard synergy card. This is a big Douthie Voidwalker. No Monument to Endurance. Monument's not really what I want. You know what I want? Squee. Although, honestly, Twilight Diviner. Twilight Diviner is so and more here. It's great. You have fucking Doomblade in your deck. Can't do Bones Shards, but we can do Bitter Triumph. Okay, this is keepable. Draw. Swamp. Next turn. Woohoo, I love doing nothing for the first 4 turns of the game. Well, there's Living End. That's exactly what you want to draw at this situation. Okay, I really don't like Magus the Wheel either, now that I think about it. Or the Lamia. Okay, whoops, I must have just missed it. That's fine. Whoa, Nelly, don't do that. Alright, I'm gonna take a critical eye to some of these. Chainer does give haste. This is 5 mana wheel. Is that good? I don't necessarily know, but we do indeed have haste. All right, you know what? I've decided this isn't worth it. Ninja, thank you for getting a deck review for next week. Grim Servant. So we have the classic Grim Servant here, which can get either Entomb or Reanimate. We have Chainer as a discard outlet in the command zone. We could reach for some more options here. I'm just trying to think about, like... I don't think I believe in Volcanic Vision. We just don't have that many, like, instants or sorceries. So we have 4 slots left to play around with. And my first thought's, like, Shieldred. Nothing too expensive. Shieldred is too expensive, so we're not going to put Shieldred in. But it is something to be aware of that's really strong with Bolas. My first thought is Soul Ring. Yeah, Soul Ring should go back in. We cut Soul Ring because we had the Marauder stuff going on. We have 3 slots left then. Snuff Out. Lets you pay life. Plunge into Darkness. Kokusho? Kokusho's too expensive. Crabomination. Will the Abzan Deadpool? I'm not vibing with any of the suggestions so far. Let's just put in Douthie. So here,
Okay. Do you want us to combustible Gear Hulk or do you want us to mill? Okay, please take 11 points of damage. We get reanimate with Grim Servant. We reanimate Villas Broker of Blood. It's in play. We lose 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Land drop for turn. Soul Ring. This should now be Faithless Looting, by the way. The reason why I put Salvaging in was because it was a for Cascade purposes. What about a neat trick like a dual caster mage? And if it dies, you can pitch a card to recast it later. It's 3 mana. That's a lot. Anyway, Villas is so strong. It makes me smile. I'd like to entomb the card Villas, Broker of Blood. I'd like to discard the card Dragon Mage and draw a card. Doubt the Voidwalker. And you get to free cast something with Doubt here. Hooray. You have the ability to Madness a Big Game Hunter here. And then this turn is 1, 2, 3, 4. Grim Servant. Reanimate. Tap not like an idiot, by the way. Nivelis, draw 8. And then here, World's Your Oyster. Waste Not. Demonic Council. Wow, you're unable to do this, Ethan. That's crazy. All right, what do we want? Could get Magus of the Wheel. We're just 1 mana off of doing anything with it. We could get Animate Dead. When all the opponent's discard cards seem kind of out of place and meh. You seem kind of out of place, so... Oh, we can get Dragon Mage back. Dragon Mage has haste. We attack you. Everyone wheels. Oh my goodness, would you look at that? You all wheeled. Waste Not trigger. This seems very out of place. Here, discard more cards, dog. I just refilled your hand. Here you go. Here, everyone discard a card. Okay, Torment of Hail, Fire X is 5,000 with all the floating black mana I have. We win. Okay. So that felt pretty good. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else I really want to add to this. I don't know if the answer is yes. I think it's just kind of feeling good already. Yeah. I think I'm just going to drop this on your head. I think we're good. Pinnacle Monk? I could see it, yeah. I can see the Pinnacle Monk, but after that, I think we're good. Thank you so much for getting a deck review. Lazo Twerp Quarry. Lazo Terp. They should have named it that. Hi, Mantheon. Mantheon is here, correct? All right, we'll push Mantheon to the back here. I will not be present for the stream. Perfect. That's what I love to hear. We will do this deck then. Okay, for a second I thought this had 974 cards. I'm like, no. We have Flubs the Fool. Errors. This card may not be your commander. Flubs the Fool. I see. Okay. We are supposed to be viewing this deck on Architect, but it is currently fucking broken because Scry falls down. Sorry, Pancake Court. I think we do have to delay this one to a different stream because without Scryfall being up, I'm unable to see any of your cards. Oh no, I do need to log in. My fault. I think this works. I will log in. Okay, I did manage to log in. I think it'll show now. Yes, it does show now. Okay. By the way, this deck does have spoilers for Rain World, I've been told. So, be ready for that. Yeah, custom cards are already on. Yeah, Rain World. It's a game. Okay. I will not be present for the stream. The earliest I can join is probably 30 minutes before the stream ends. Deck game plan is just a value pile. Get as much on the field as possible and win. Zero budget restrictions, but we really want to keep this deck at bracket 2. Currently, the deck feels inconsistent and actually snowballing, and it struggles to find a playable higher end. Additional information. If you don't have an archetype, yeah, we're fine. We're there. What the heck is that Chaos Warp? Good question. I don't actually really play Rain World. I don't know if that's bad or good for you. But I see a lot of Rain World objects and stuff. It's a lot of Myojin. I kind of just want to look through the cards in this deck. Did you draw all the art for these, by the way? Because you're insane if yes.
Insane in parentheses positive. Yep, 6 months of drawing. Oh my god. I wish I could dedicate all my brain power that hard forever. Because, all right, listen. I need to be real. Whenever I see flubs, it's like this is such a hard commander to make work. And so it's really tough because you have a commander here who wants very specific cards to make stuff happen. And then you have a deck that's full of objects that aren't those specific things for flavor stuff. Hear me out. If we're going teamer value pile stuff, can I sell you on loot? He rewards you for having a bunch of garbage in play. And it's a beast. So, like, you can kind of LARP that this is the little slug idiot from Rain World. Because, to me, I look at flubs and I'm like, you need a Ruth, Tormented Prophet. You need a Ruth. You need, like, Storm. You need, like... There's nothing secret about Flubs' storminess. It's like he's Song of Creation in the right circumstance. It's just that this deck is it's impossible to create the correct circumstance. Whereas something like Loot gives you card advantage the more Magic you play. And this deck plays a lot of Magic. Right, that's just my kind of vibe. No, legitimately, it's like, like it's hard to kind of give you feedback on this list. Is all. Okay, playtester's here. I don't know where they put the... This playtester sucks. Keep. People use this? What's really funny is we played Mindstone on turn 2. You could commander here. Okay, so I kind of just want to go through your list. I think this is the best piece of feedback I can give you. Is besides the commander, I kind of just want to go through your list, and any card that has art that I feel could fit on a better card, I will tell you that better card. So, for instance, what the fuck is this? Because this is bad. My question is, why is it not like this? It's a flub unbricker mostly. But hear me out. If we're not on flubs no more. You know what I mean? I do think Desperate Ritual becomes a lot worse without flubs here. But what's the art good for? Like, honestly, just like preordain this one or something. You know what I mean? So, like, how do I duplicate your deck? Unlisted. Okay. So, we're going to cut Croson Reclamation. And we're going to cut Otherworldly Glaze. Otherworldly Glaze, yeah. Great. Ponder. And Heritage Reclamation. Okay. Desperate Ritual, I'm a little bit wary of. What does this symbol mean in Rain World? Can you enlighten me? I need the Rain World lore. Not all of them are Rain World references. I see. So what if we did like Curse of Opulence? It's kind of fitting for the art. It's a new card type in enchantment. Soothsaying works with power balance. All right, we can keep it in. I don't think Archivist is that good. And I'm thinking instead of Archivist, what can we run? I see. So it has to be Archivist. There's just no way to replace that one. But also, to be fair, it's another Flubs Unbrick. So I need you to literally just remove Flubs from your mind. Flubs is no longer here. So that one has to be Archivist, right? We can't change it. Well, no, I can just draw new art. I see. I would like you to cut a forest for a Traverse the Uvenwald. Because we're going to get a lot more Delirium E. So Traverse the Uvenwald in. And then I would like a Malevolent Rumble. And I would like to also see something along the lines of Aminatu's Augury. And in fact, we can cut the Ponder for, and you can use that art again for Brainstorm. And then let's cut the Archivist. Probably cut Nylea. Like, this can just go on Traverse. If you really like this art, this can go on Traverse. IMO. FOMO would not be bad. Okay, we have 100 cards in our deck now. No, Moxfield, you need to work. You need to save me from the Architect playtester. Okay. So, what have we done here? Let's just recap what's going on. We've added more Delirium synergy, which lets you cheat, which is very strong. So, export deck. Oh. Error in line 1. Is it Exuberant Explorer? No. The key to everything? Yep. I have literally no concept of what did not get copied over. It was probably the renamed cards. The One True Book, aka Arcane Encyclopedia. Nope, that made it in. That I forgot to input with an actual card name. I see. But none of them are lands. I'll find out about it later. Sounds good. Playtest. I would keep this. Green, red, blue, 1. So here we have a Wamba with loot. This has to go. There's no shot. Okay, this is working, which is kind of making me mad. What the fuck did I put on top of my library? Also, we bricked hard. I wanted to put Malevolent Rumble on top. Anyway, now this can resolve. Wait, we draw 2 first. Ugh. And then we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Soul Ring. And then you go Soul Ring, draw 2. And we've tapped out a blue. So we drew about 1 billion cards this turn. Like, I think you have too many lands, if I can be entirely honest. I would probably run more MDFCs. Something even like a stomp. Is what I would add. And then let's get rid of Arcane Encyclopedia. That does not feel good at all. Probably run like... We could run like Erd Heirloom. Thassa. Okay, Thassa didn't get copied over. That's one of the ones. So we cut this for Erd Heirloom. And we cut a land for Stomp. Okay, let's give this a whirl now. Hello, Soul Ring. Oops, I forgot explorations here. Okay, I'm not a fan of Library of Lang either. What are our budget restrictions? I want to keep the deck at bracket 2. Honestly, you're able to 1-for-1 this with Sylvan Library. Right, because it still has the word library in the name. It's just less bad. Should we put in Planeswalkers? I don't think you need to. Honestly, I'm just gonna fucking ball out here with the rocks. Song of Creation, Fellwar Stone, draw 2 cards, discard. Okay, and here we go. Next turn. So, 1, 2, 3. Loot, draw 2 cards. That's a spell. Land, 1, 2. Cankerbloom. Oracle Moldiah, draw 2 cards. Land. Graveyard. Okay, next turn. Loot trigger. Artifact. Enchantment. Creature. And then draw for turn. Land. Land. Green. Mist Cutter Hydra. Draw 2. Honestly, play this off the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Myojin. Draw 2. Lotus Cobra. Draw 2. Move to discard. All right, next turn. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Talisman. Okay, yeah. Draw. 1, 2. Sylvan Library. Draw. Land. Make a mana off Lotus Cobra. Land. Make a mana off Lotus Cobra. Dink. Wild Growth Island. Draw 2 cards. Land. Float another mana. Green. Tinderwall. Draw 2 cards. Sack Tinderwall for 2 red. 1. 2. Abundance. Non-land. Heritage Reclamation. That's a land. Mystic Speculation. Let's give our 7/4 trample. I mean, you're doing things. Say a lot about this deck. It certainly does things. And I think loot is actually a huge part of that.
Maybe the Miojins don't function as well as loot when compared to flubs. Why?
I don't know. It felt pretty good that game. To get exiled from library. Ooh, they went under with the Divinity counter. I mean, at that point, just leave them in exile then. But I see what you mean. You could definitely replace these with different team or top end threats. Honestly, though, that felt like surprisingly good. Just such a stupid glue card here. Keeps everything moving. Is this just teamer good stuff? Yeah, kinda, basically. And to that I say, I think, like, honestly, I don't know if I have much more input. Like, 0 budget restriction, but really want to keep the deck at bracket 2. I think if I touch this deck anymore, it's going to become a 3. It will become a 3 instantaneously. I think my only concern is I don't know if you have enough things to push your stuff through, which is part of why I added Heirloom, is because that thing lets you trample your creature. That's big. And kill them with it. So I'd just be wary of that. I mean, you have Mana Gorter Hydra. You have ways to give unblockable like Thassa and stuff. It should be fine. I think I'm going to drop this on you. I think loot is a far better direction than flubs. That is for certain. All right. I have a question. Do we have anyone here who needs a makeup from a previous stream? That is question number 1. I will give a few moments for everyone to reply. And while we wait, we will do the Asmerandal. I would say Grim Servant appears in more decks. Probably Matter Reshaper over Sorcerer Speed Graveyard, or like Artifact Destruction. Probably Oliphant. Can I DM you the new list once the art is in? Yeah, absolutely. Probably the... Ooh, because this does have the precon effect. I'm going to say it's the pre... Ah, damn it. It is a really specific precon card, but... Oh my god, that's fucking Adrix and F. I do think this is a worse card than that card, but I thought the Lava Axe's Age would maybe save it. It fights. It fights is pretty good. Toxic one. Okay, so it doesn't seem like we have anyone here who needs to do their makeup. My second question is Mantheon still here? Paging Mantheon. Because we kind of lost you midstream there. And I don't know if I can do this one without you here. Because it doesn't say so. I'm happy you got some use out of it. Honestly, I felt mostly confused during that whole thing. But we got there in the end. Yep, thank you for stopping by. And thank you for getting a deck review. It was really cool to see all the art and stuff on your deck. Okay, Mantheon's not here. Secondly, do we have Al, who also says I will be present, but they're not going to be there for a certain section. So, but like, we need you here to do your deck review. Because otherwise, what I'll do is I'll just mark both of these as completed, and then we can call it early, I suppose. I'm glad my MO fuck you either worked out. Okay, great. I'm glad you got exactly what you wanted. All right. It seems like we have neither Mantheon or Al. So I'll mark both of those as completed, which actually means the opposite. They are not completed, and they will get made up soon. There's someone earlier who said they had to leave, I think. Is that true? Because I did not see that chat message, if so. Besides, this works out anyway. I kind of wanted to go shopping with my buddy Bob, so I'll probably end up doing that. Oh, I also need to work on a new video, too, though. But that video shouldn't be long to record. Great. Thank you all for stopping by. YouTube, that does it for us. We're going to just end the stream right there. As for Twitch, we